You know, I like video games, and so should you. They're entertaining, require thought, and immerse you like no other forms of media can. Some of these games naturally give you a better experience than others, though. This is my personal list of my top 10 favorite games as of September 2012. Now, there are some things to keep in mind here. Number 1, only one game per franchise. Number 2, no remakes or collections. Number 3, no commemorative status. I don't care if Zelda 1 was good whenever it came out, it's pretty shit today. Number 4, these are my personal favorites, not necessarily the best games of all time. And number 5, no games from the Mother franchise. They have their own special section in my heart. With that in mind, let's start this list off. Kid Icarus, Uprising. This game came out the last out of all the games on my list, but the second I played it, I knew it had to be somewhere here. This game is a reboot of the old NES/Game Boy series of Kid Icarus, however, it's completely different. It's an on-rail shooter, cross-platformer, cross-adventure game, cross-third-person shooter. Plus, it's fully voice-acted, which makes the game never get boring or dull as you go throughout the stages. The voice acting is actually pretty good, especially for Nintendo standards, and they all fit the characters well, who are actually also pretty good. The controls do take a little bit of getting used to, but they really aren't bad. I honestly think that everyone was overreacting whenever it came to that department. The game is really fun due to the tons of different ways you can play it. The 10 weapon types you go with are all really different, and within those types there are different weapons, and even those individual weapons are all different in effects, meaning that you can experiment with whatever weapons work for you. The mission-based system also works very well for a handheld, and is one of the few times I generally like mission systems in video games. It fits the playstyle and the handheld aspect, way more so than a game like Devil May Cry. This game pretty much saved the 3DS in my opinion, and I had a lot of fun playing it. So you know what, it's only fair that it gets a spot on this list. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Okay, I know what you guys are all thinking. This game is far from perfect. So let me start with all of my complaints. There's barely any story to the game, the arcade endings are really short and bland, Dark Phoenix is dumb, there's an infinite glitch, and there's no Mega Man or Gambit. Everything else, though, is great. Unlike so many other fighting games, practically every single mechanic of the game is useful and is used in tournament play. Assists, team aerial combos, hypers, you name it. Because of this, the game is exciting to watch. There are also a great amount of characters, all of whom are completely unique and fun to play. There aren't any clones here, just lords and demons is all. Pretty normal. Plus, most of these 50 characters are actually good. That's a way to stop character balancing. Don't make them all the same, just make them all good. Seriously. Problem solved. Oh yeah, and the music is damn good too. They all reflect the characters well, and they put you in the mood to kick ass. Well, most of them do. But Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a good game, and one of my favorites, because you can do this. Batman: Arkham City. You know, whenever this game was coming out, I thought that it would either be incredibly good or incredibly underwhelming. Thank God it was good. This game takes everything amazing about Asylum, and Asylum was amazing, and expands. It has more freedom, you can feel more badass fighting thugs, and there are way more villains, including my personal favorite. However, there seems to be a little bit too much content in this. Seriously, there are tons and tons of Riddler challenges. I've literally beaten practically everything but those, and I'm still only at like 65% done or so. Damn you, Edward Nygma. Anyway, this game is really good, chiefly due to the amazing blend of action and stealth. If you accidentally get noticed by an enemy guard, go and beat the shit out of him, and you'll still look like you know what you're doing. And that's pretty cool. And of course, I need to mention all the Easter eggs and references to the other characters in the Batman mythos. They're really clever, which describes the whole game as a whole. It's intelligently designed and cleverly put together. Rocksteady really did outdo themselves. Too bad the DLC for the game costs like $30. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. Here you go, guys. It's not Mario Galaxy, not Mario World, it's the one made out of paper. Happy? But seriously, this game is really great because it takes all the fun stuff in the original for the N64 and expands it to crazy levels. I love the scenarios you go through in this game. One chapter you're solving a murder mystery on a train, then you're being shot to the moon. The gameplay is also really great. The action commands make the battle system way more exciting and it keeps your interest instead of getting you bored like other RPGs can. The badge system is fun too, because they can give you a huge variety of different power-ups or doohickeys that make battling way more immersive. You'll be switching up your badges constantly, so the gameplay always feels new. I realize a lot of this was in the N64 one, but that game just felt a little bit slower and less enjoyable than this one. It's still a good game, don't get me wrong, but you know. Also, the game is pretty funny, thanks to the tons of great characters, including this guy. But they're all cool characters, so maybe you could devote some time of your life to not blaming that video with comments about how I'm wrong? Yeah, thanks. Pokemon Emerald. Alright, I said before that nostalgia and commemorative status wouldn't play a role in judging this topic, and a large reason of why I like this game is because it was the first game that I ever owned, and a lot of the reasons I like it are related to nostalgia or commemorative status. But it's still a good game aside from that. I mean, come on, it's Pokemon. You guys all know Pokemon. I mean, they're all good games, mostly. But I like Emerald the most because I find it the most replayable out of all the other games. There are lots of good Pokemon in this generation which are all fun to use. And I really like the plotline, actually. It's cool to see two evil groups instead of one. I also like the secret fight you have against Dante after the game, even if it means that he's replaced as a champion by that one metrosexual guy who's probably TiVo'd every single episode of Project Runway there is. Anyway, Pokemon Emerald is an awesome RPG, and in my opinion, the best around. Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not usually a fan of point-and-click adventure games. They're kinda boring, and I never have any motivation for me to keep going. I probably wouldn't even be a fan of this game if it were for my dad, who literally picked up the game because he heard it was British. I'm not kidding. Either way, out of all of the Layton games, I like this one the most. Its plot was the best out of all 4 games, and it's cool to have it actually take place in a real location, London. And of course, the writing is amazing. The characters are all very well written and all very well developed. By the end of the game, you really identify with Layton. You kind of look up to him and respect him, as well as understand his inner emotions. You know, that's really all I can say. I love this game a lot, and you should too. But by the way, where the hell is our Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Miracle Mask? I want them now. Please. Come on. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Okay, I know what you're all thinking, again. But Admiral, what about online? But Admiral tripping, but Admiral supersonic. I don't care. Really. I've had too much fun with this game to care. Whether it's single player or with friends, the fun never ceases. The game is huge, and I've pulled many hours into it, all of them having fun wrecking stuff up with Ike or Lucas. I think what makes this game so good is its blend between party game and fighting game, and the fact that all the characters are your beloved Nintendo heroes. Oh, and Snake and Sonic. You really identify with the game a lot more that way. I have tons of memories playing with this game, and don't deny it, so have you. That is, if you played the game, which you probably have. If you have, you know, a Wii, you know. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this, but this game's awesome, that's why it's on the list. Next. Mega Man X. Okay, chances are you've seen Egoraptor's sequelitis video on this, so we'll skip anything he talked about and keep it short. This game is just awesome. It's the perfect game to play whenever I need to kill some time or take my mind off things, and for good reason. The old Mega Man games were fun, but X added speed, and the entire game revolved around making good use of that speed. Capcom knew you can't just add mechanics without changing the rest of the game around it, otherwise the game would get too boring or broken. And that's why Mega Man X took all the joy of the original games, and there was joy to be had in those, let me tell you, but made it even better. It's replayable, it's enjoyable, and it's just plain fun. Mega Man X is the definitive platformer for me. Except it sucks, because there's no green biker dude. Metroid Prime. I love Metroid, but I find some of the games difficult to enjoy throughout as I play, due to me getting so damn lost and then just getting frustrated and giving up. Metroid Prime was different, because it created an outstanding level of depth with just one thing, the scan visor. Almost everything can be scanned, making everything on the alien planet of Talon 4 more interesting. That interesting aspect made me want to play the game more, which makes it so I don't give up on it. It really does become a form of science fiction this way. Plus the power-ups, upgrades to the suit, and bosses are all fantastic as well, just like you would expect from Metroid. Metroid Prime still stands up to this day as one of those games where to play is to truly experience it, so you do have to devote some time to it. Metroid Prime is, though, out of this world.
What a thrill with darkness and
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Oh my god, do I love this game. Every aspect of it is near perfect. The visuals are atmospheric and striking. The new gameplay elements to the series add a perfect amount of depth without overcomplicating the game. The story is beautifully confusing, yet still very simple compared to Metal Gear Solid 2's clusterfuck of chaos. Everything works. The gameplay has a great mixture of CQC, gunplay, and stealth, so much so that you can barely notice the difference between them as you play, putting Arkham City to shame, and that's saying something. It's deep and dramatic, but still has time for some incredibly funny moments, like references to other games from the series, or Eva ripping out your transmitter. Yeah. It's incredibly open-ended, giving you tons of different options as you play throughout the game. Also, it has Eva, and she's hot. Really, I can't find any complaints with the game that don't come off as nitpicking. Shit, it even has a ladder where you literally just go up it for minutes and it still makes it awesome. To me, it's a perfect game, and is my personal favorite.